Have you ever noticed how you can be surrounded by people who love you and still feel invisible the moment one specific person stops paying attention to you? That's not weakness. That's not neediness. That's actually one of the oldest wiring systems in the human brain. And once you understand it, you'll never look at attraction, love, or rejection the same way again. Here's the strange part. Being chosen isn't really about the person choosing you. It's about what their choice says about your worth. Your brain doesn't just want love. It wants proof. Think about the last time someone picked you out of a crowd. Maybe they walked past a dozen people just to talk to you. Maybe they remembered something small you said weeks ago. In that moment, something lit up inside you that had nothing to do with attraction. It was recognition. A quiet voice inside you whispering, "I matter enough to be seen." Psychologists call this a need for social significance. It's ancient. Thousands of years ago, being chosen by the group meant survival. Being overlooked meant danger, isolation, sometimes death. So your nervous system never fully let go of that ancient alarm. Even today, when someone chooses you, your brain doesn't just feel happy. It feels safe. Now here's where it gets strange. Once you finally are chosen, once someone commits, texts you first, calls you their person, something unexpected happens. The excitement fades faster than you'd expect. Why does that happen? Shouldn't getting what we want make us happier, not less interested? This is where most people misunderstand their own emotions. The brain isn't actually addicted to being loved. It's addicted to becoming loved. The chase, the uncertainty, the tiny gap between wanting and having, that's where dopamine lives. Once the uncertainty disappears, so does most of the chemical high. This explains something painful. Why some people lose interest right after you finally give them your heart. It was never really about you. It was about the thrill of closing the gap. But here's the twist that changes everything. The people who feel secure, the ones who don't collapse the moment attention fades, they aren't lucky. They've simply built their sense of worth from somewhere else. Not from being chosen by others, but from choosing themselves first. Let me give you an example. Picture two women getting the exact same text message. It says, "Hey, sorry, I've been busy this week." One of them spirals. She rereads it 10 times, searching for hidden meaning, wondering what she did wrong. The other reads it once, feels a small flicker of disappointment, and goes back to her day. Same words, completely different inner world. The difference wasn't confidence. It was where their sense of being chosen came from. One built it on being wanted by someone else. The other built it on being enough, with or without a reply. This is the real psychological shift most people never make. Feeling chosen shouldn't be handed to you by another person's attention. It should be something you already carry, quietly, before anyone else notices you at all. Because when you stop outsourcing your worth to someone else's inconsistent attention, something shifts. You stop chasing validation and start attracting people who are drawn to your stability instead of your hunger for approval. And ironically, that's when people choose you the most. Not because you're chasing them, but because you finally stop needing them to. So the next time you feel that painful ache of being overlooked, don't ask, "Why don't they choose me?" Ask instead, "Have I chosen myself yet?" Because the moment you do, everything about how people treat you starts to change. If this changed the way you see people, subscribe. There are many more psychological truths most people never discover.